Welcome back. Once we've created our document, or at least started to create it, we need to save it so that we can come back to it another day. In the title bar we can see this document has the name Document 1. This is the default name in Word and is normally a pretty good indicator that the file hasn't been saved yet. In the very top left of the window is the Save icon. It looks like an old 3.5-inch floppy disk that computers from the 90s used. This is the Save icon. As this document hasn't been saved yet, when you click the Save icon, the Save This File box appears. This will only appear if the file hasn't been saved before. Clicking the Save icon for a file that has already been saved just overwrites the saved file. With the Save This File box displayed, we can enter a name in the File Name box. It picks up the first line of the document as a default name. You can just click in the box and edit it if you wish. The Choose a Location box has defaulted to save the file in OneDrive, indicated by the blue cloud. OneDrive is a bit beyond this course, but if you click on the drop down you can select Documents, which will place the file into the Documents folder we have looked at in the previous lessons. The More Save options opens up more options. There is another way to get to these options. Let me close this Save This File box and show you how to find these more options. Click on File in the top left, then click on Save. Again, if this file has already been saved at least once, clicking Save will overwrite the previous version. As this file hasn't been saved yet, we have several options. If you've worked on documents previously, they would be listed in this main area here. On the left we have the location. Again, at the top we have OneDrive. Let's skip over this for now and take a look at this PC. We now have some similar options that we saw in the Save This File box. At the top we have a name, where you enter a name for the file. This one doesn't have a default name, so you'll need to type a name in. The More Options here opens a Save As dialog box. If you've used older versions of Word, you may have seen this. It allows you to navigate to the location you wish to save the file. For this document, I will save it to the default location, which is the Documents folder. I will give it a name and then click Save. The save process is pretty quick. Once it's saved, we can see that the name at the top has changed from Document 1 to the Quick Brown Fox. Let's make a few adjustments to the document. Perhaps we want to try with this first image over on the left. And let's put this second one on the right. Actually, I think these eyes will look better right in the middle here. Remember, to move a picture like this, you click and drag it. You'll need to select a text wrapping option other than in line with text for it to work like this. So with that change, what if we want to save this version of the document, but I want to keep the older version as well? Perhaps I want to show someone both versions to get their opinion on which one is best. If I just click the Save icon in the top left, that will overwrite the old version. To do this, we need to click back into File, then click on Save As. We now have the same options as before. I can see the file name I saved a few moments ago listed in the main area, but what I need to do is change the name so we don't overwrite that one. So I'll click in the box here and put version 2. I suppose I should really have put version 1 on the end of the name of the other one. Oh well, this will do for this example. With this done, click Save, and again, once it's saved, I can see the new file name at the very top. If I want to send this document to someone, but they only have an old version of Word, I'm using the latest version from Office 365 here, they may not be able to open it, or if they do, the formatting may be messed up. The paragraphs and pictures may appear out of place. To solve this, I can tell Word to save the file in a different format. To do this, click on File and Save As again. Now click on the second box. This reveals all the formats we can save the file in. For example, Word 97 to 2003 document would allow the file to be correctly viewed in the older version. One of the more useful ones here is PDF. It stands for Portable Document Format. It's an Adobe standard and in most cases means that the document can't be changed, just viewed. Excellent when I want to show somebody something but I don't actually want them to change it. If I select PDF and click Save, the file will save and then open. In my case, it opens in a web browser. Yours may open in another program such as Adobe Acrobat Reader. The important thing here is that I can't make changes to this now. Let's take a quick look at the files we have saved in Windows Explorer. I'll close both this browser window and Microsoft Word. Now click the folder icon on the taskbar to load Windows Explorer. It should open you straight into the documents, which you should see in the top box here. If not, just click Documents on the left. Here we can see the original The Quick Brown Fox file along with the Quick Brown Fox version 2 and the PDF version we saved. Notice the icon is a little different. This is the easiest way to tell which is the Word file and which is the PDF. If I want to open one of these files from here, I just double click on it. If I make a change to the document, let's have both pictures in the centre, but I forget to save the document, I just click the cross in the top right to close Word. We will be asked if we want to save the changes. The options that I have are Save, which will save and overwrite the previous version. Don't Save, which will just close Word, losing any alterations since the last point we saved the file. And Cancel, which cancels closing Word and takes you straight back to the document. Use this one if you meant to do a Save As before closing. So once I click Cancel, I can go to the File and the Save As. Save the file, then I can click on the cross again. I'm just going to click Save to overwrite the old version here. In this lesson, we have looked at saving a document. This was initially saving a new document, so we needed to give the document a name and tell the system where to save it. We then looked at saving an existing document, either by just clicking the Save icon in the top left, which will overwrite the previous version, or using the Save As option, which allows us to keep old versions of the document. We then looked at using the Save As option to save the file in a different format, either into an older format that older versions of Word can open, or into a portable document format, or PDF, which will allow most people to open but not edit the file. And finally, we looked at the options that we get when we try to close Word without saving a document that we've been editing. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.